For the upper die outer ring, it shows you a full section of one of the rings. And again, anytime that you have a section view, you want to make just part of it and revolve it around its central axis. So let's go ahead and draw up these three little rectangles here. What I mean by three rectangles is that if you were to draw three rectangles that are kind of connected, 1, 2, 3, and then trim out the stuff that you don't need, it looks similar to what you have here. From this edge to this edge, we said is 0.75. This is 0.572. Our height here, 0.219. .406. .5 tall. .135. So we're going to revolve this around an axis. So I'm going to draw a line to represent that. I like to right click on it and make it into a construction line. We need to show what this radius would be. And it gives us the diameter here, 3.0625. So I'm going to type in half of that divided by 2. Revolve that shape around this axis, and then flip to the back side to make our holes. Make the holes as a point, and that point is located 1.3125 away from the center. This hole is a 1/4 inch in diameter, 0.406 deep, 1/4 inch, 0.406. Click OK. Let's make a circular pattern using the hole as the feature, the outside of the cylinder as the axis, and 3 as your placement. Okay, now we need to make these little antennae, and it says from this front edge it's going to go back 0.286. Plane. Drag this back, and we're dragging it back negative 0.286. Make a new sketch. Use F7 to slice your graphics. Draw a line starting from the very middle here. It tells us this line has a length of 2 inches and it's 10 degrees away from this side. I'll point it out now that Inventor is going to want to give us this angle, or at least that's the one it's asking for. If this is 90, 90 minus 10 is 80. Okay, so first I type in 2, and then I hit tab. There's asking for the angle, 80 degrees, and there's locked it in place. I'm going to change this to a construction line. I'm going to project the geometry of the outside of this, and I'm going to offset this line to one side. The diameter of these little things here are 0.156. So the distance between these two will be half that. And something happened where this line is no longer attached to my midpoint. So I'm going to use a coincident constraint with my center point, my origin, and where my two construction lines come together. Draw a circle at the end of this, and the diameter for that circle should match the same as this space here. Scratch that. It's going to be that number times 2. We're going to draw a line from where this intersects up to the top of our circle and trim off the extra bits that we don't need. And I just want to make sure these are actually still attached. I've had issues in the past where this doesn't quite match up, and this is a part that can be tricky at times. I'm going to throw in an extra circle here, and again trim off the bits that we don't need. And that bothers me because it's showing the center of that circle is not where I told it to be. So let's go back just a couple of steps. There was my circle. I'm going to undo that. Try this one more time. Make sure that I hit that midpoint. That looks better. Okay, trim off the stuff you don't need. Go to revolve. Should be able to zoom in. Select this, and for your axis, choose your line. Select OK, and we'll make another sketch for the other side. F7 slices graphics. Oop. Let me back that up. This is still going to be a 2-inch line. And the angle on this is 23 degrees. But again, it's taking it from the side. So 23 plus 90 is 113. I'll add a circle to the end of this. Circle has a diameter of 0.156. We're going to make another line. It's going to be tangent to the circle, parallel to this other line, project the geometry of this, trim off the bits we don't need. May have to draw in that section. And we're going to complete our shape by putting in the circle, trimming off the left and right side. Revolve. This time it's not liking me as much. Let's see what could be the problem. Let's just make sure that from here to here there really is a line. Looks like that's all that there was. Pick your axis, select OK. We have a chamfer on the back of this, 0.031. Select chamfer. That's on this back edge here. Let's just double check that. Yep. It's actually on this edge. And I don't see any other fillets. If I check for material type, this is going to be steel. So on part 5, properties, physical, material should be steel. We're going to turn off our work plane. And save our part as upper die center.